video right here never really existed. It got over 8 million views. It's one of the first videos that is completely AI generated. This video right here never really existed. It got over 8 million views. It's one of the first videos that is completely AI generated. This video right here never really existed. It got over 8 million views. It's one of the first.
It's funny how it echoes through the recordings. Back onto the live, back into the recording, back out of the live, back into the recording. And it would go on forever. That is what you know as feedback. And I think at this point it's significant to the message tonight. Welcome in, Kitty. Welcome in, Emma. Welcome in, Renee. And I think by feedback, I think it's consisting of the peanut gallery. Like, there's certain people that actually have an opinion, that actually has some sort of validity to their opinion. And then there's the other people where their opinion, it falls short. Perfect example. Perfect example. It couldn't have had better timing in the chat, I must admit. Ah, Deadly Ghost. Welcome in, buddy. Like a stealth. How's it going? Welcome in, Harris. For all the newbies that are just jumping in to say hi and throw their dumbass comments, you might want to check the description box. They'll give you the lowdown as to what's going on. First and foremost. To the ones returning, welcome back. Thank you for joining me this evening. To my tribe, you know I love you. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. I figure I would do a Karmic chicken tonight. Just because I don't know exactly if it's a happy one, but happy 4th, everyone. May the Force be with you, I guess. Trying to keep it on point. Hope y'all had a good day. To be honest, I don't like celebrating any holidays because the more you look into the holidays, the more you find out how deceptive they are. So I'm very, very choosy as to what I give my energy to. Unless I know the background and the backdraft of those particular holidays, yeah. Because some of them you give certain energy to, and it's very sadistic. And it's not in alignment with who you are. But we do it anyway, just because it's part of the norm. So, I choose to be choosy. So I think I'm going to start off the lives like this from now on. Or just jump into the chat, the first bit. Because the people that are actually wanting to hear the message, they'll be here. Yes, Deadly, you very well could be. Max has been out gallivanting. So he's having a little summer fiesta. Yeah, Little B, she's in the process of going through some more surgeries and whatnot, so I should hear from her soon at some point. I know she's still a member, so she's still active, she's still rocking, she's still fighting, she's still, you know, she's got her things going on that she's working on. I'm just giving her the space that she needs to heal. And, yeah. But I got protection on her, so things are working out. One in particular person is extremely worried about Little B, and she's losing her frickin' mind about it. And there's a point where you worry because it's concerning, and then there's a point where you worry to make yourself sick. And that's not good for anybody. Sometimes you gotta give it up to the divine. Welcome in, D. So, Welcome in, Ema. What the? We're back. Okay. Who are you talking about, Kitty? Welcome in, Gina. Jean? Well, that's the whole thing. He worries about his health, and then he makes it worse. Worrying itself creates the disease. The trauma itself creates the disease. The unbalanced reality, the chaos, it is what creates the ailments. So I'm going to give the karmic chicken a shuffle. And I hear somebody bitching about the fact, yeah, okay, it may be the worry, but if you're contagious, that's a whole other story. Like, I'm not even talking about the contagions. I'm talking about the diseases that we find out we have, and yet we've had trauma upon abuse, upon all this other bullshit, and wondering where it's coming from. Not even seeing it for face value, for what it is, the fact that we've gone through so much in our life. It materializes in a physical way within our body. Could be skin conditions. It could be anything of that sort. It could be neurological. There's certain abuse that rewrites the whole neurotransmitters of the brain and how they work. The chaos that we see in our world is in part the reason why we are so sick. It's the distractions and disillusions and the illusions that create the havoc and the chaos. Welcome in, Sheila, Patricia. We got 17 votes. 14 in the chat. We'll wait till that goes up to about 20 before we start. I'll just go ahead and shuffle the cards. There we go. We're hit 21. So we should get some more votes in the next couple minutes. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Somebody can't project onto you anymore, and it's eating them alive. Can't compete where they don't compare either. Isn't that a funny story? The projector screen is in the reverse, and we can't compare. Come out here as I'm shuffling. So I guess Spirit wants me to start out with a little bit of a tap in, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know, I was kind of swaying into the whole idea of doing different timelines. So they very well could be different situations, but who knows? We're just going to wing it. Let's see how it works out. So somebody can't project onto you. They can't even compete where they don't even compare. Interesting souse. It's time to cut ties. Snip, snip. Blocked. Karmic grapefruit. Bitter as fuck. Stay grounded. Choose your peace. Yes, please. The ancestors are pissed. I'm looking at this card and I'm feeling fury. They're rolling in their fucking graves. They're pissed off at the people for what they've done. Something about a karmic Aquarius. I don't know, I'm kind of picking up on a cusp energy. It could be a cusp either way. Kate, welcome in. Yes, you can be who you hang with. You are who you associate with. But certain people, you don't understand who you're associating with. Right? Sometimes you have to learn a little bit about them before you really can judge. Welcome in, Big Irish. What does it matter, Christy? I'm not here for that. Some people get the wrong opinion about people, right? Some people don't feel that they're getting the right perspective, maybe. Could be a lot of different factors to the situation. Keep these all out. So you need to stay grounded right now, collective, and stay focused. Deadly, I'm not here to talk about like that stuff. And if you would have been paying attention. Come on now. Alright, let's check out the poll. We have 23 votes. The top of the deck. Alright. So somebody's being sloppy, but they're being seen, right? They're not hiding it anymore. Alright. Somebody doesn't want to be a negative Nancy. They want to change their tune. I'm hearing that they stand corrected. You might have put them in their place. Smiling to your face, laughing behind your back. And it's like they're no longer hiding it. You're not paranoid. Some of you might be having issues looking at the past, trying to heal, trying to show compassion to the bullshit. I'll tell you right now, it's worth it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. The more you take time to postpone your healing, the more time they be stealing. So the more time you just brush it under the rug and not look at it, and not hold compassion and forgiveness and release it, that's the way you release it. You don't just let it go because you're missing the blessing. You're missing all of what you could grow from it. Even to choose yourself and to choose your own standards and choose your own way of living. Or to grow with it. To adapt, to compromise. Some of you are very gifted. And I'm really kind of feeling like you're sleeping on yourself. You're sleeping on your potential. And it very well could be the fact that you don't know where to apply it. I get a feeling that the society and reality that you live in makes it very difficult to express your talents. And mainly because the people around you, they seem to be masked and confused. And they fake and acting in your face. And they're trying to do this to a starseed. No less. They somehow want you to apologize for something that you don't even know what you did. It's almost kind of giving me a feeling like you need to apologize because just you being you, you living your life, you're making them uncomfortable. They don't want you moving forward and they don't want you maintaining your peace. That's why they're throwing so much at you. Thank you, Ghost, for all your hard work. Welcome in, Stella. Welcome in, Michael. Sheila. Welcome in, everyone. So, they wanted you drunk as a skunk, masking your feelings, acting belligerent, and you pretty well quit drinking. They thought you had a drinking problem, but you healed it. You healed the reason why you were drinking in the first place. And that's the trick. For my people out there that have addictions, you got to figure out the why. The deeper reason why you are addicted to a particular situation or substance. You got to heal that. And that is where you will finally be able to walk away from your pain instead of trying to mask it. They want you back in this people pleaser energy because you're a divine VIP, you're guided, guarded, and protected by the divine. And they want you in this people pleaser, overgiver kind of energy, so that way you can deplete yourself again. Because I really get the feeling that you've cut your ties with certain people. You're done with the love bombing bouncers. You're done with the people that just come in and, like, shower you with bullshit, pretty much. Somebody doesn't have divine protection anymore because of the fact that you cut them off. And they notice that because you're getting into a lot more trouble. Their whole life is turned to absolute chaos. And they're having to no other choice but to look at themselves. And by you being connected to them somehow, some way, it's almost like they had some sort of divine protection. They're only going to meet you at your level, not yours. So do not waste your time. Poser hoser, plain in your face, discernment needed. So they're trying to hide this. They're trying to hide the fact that they're playing in your face. I'm also getting that they don't think you know what they know, and vice versa. They don't think you know what's going on, but you do. The more you feel, the more you heal. Take time to transmute the pain inside you. Some of you are not doing that. Specifically the karmics. You transmute your pain into power. To encouragement. To creativity. This is how you alchemize it. This is how you step into your most authentic self. By taking that journey. The more time you take to postpone your healing, the more time they be stealing. So some of you have been slacking, okay? And I'm talking mainly the karmics. There could be some karmic sages out there that are wreaking havoc for themselves, coming for you, because you're the wrong fucking one to mess with, and they don't understand that. They can't get their fucking... They're trying to take the light from a starseed. Okay? It's not gonna work. They're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Let's look into it. Have a good one, Richard. Don't spring your thumb on the way out. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. So you rip somebody's mask off and you block them. Your cutoff game is strong, Collective. I'm proud of you. Yeah, you're no longer feeling shattered like they wanted you to be. You're no longer broken. No longer facing any nightmares. No more failures. Things are working out for you. Oh, Deadly Ghost, I do. I'll admit it. I ignore people. But there's times where I don't see them in the chat. Because it's top messages. So if you chat in the chat and your message doesn't seem to show up or get any traction or anything, it's usually because it's withheld or it's not even added into the chat. And it's because I have top messages, whatever that means. It weeds out a lot of the trollish bullshit. But somebody thinks you're arrogant, you're taking rash actions, and you're being very insincere. So they're gaslighting you out of who you are. Okay? And somehow they want an apology for that. Alright, stay grounded, choose your peace. Let's look into that. Stay grounded and choose your peace. So there's stressed out, migraines, worry, tension. Okay. And then there's ill-established, not settled, not secure, not wealthy in the reverse, right? And then legal in the reverse. Lawyers, court, paperwork. So somebody doesn't want some sort of legal paperwork to go in your favor, okay? And they want you to look very unsettled, very insecure, very broke, right? And they're trying to create tension in your reality so that way that's what happens. And this is why you need to stay grounded. Okay? They're up to their old karmic tricks. Yeah, because they're lustful. They're very greedy, very inconsiderate. They get what they want. At least that's what they think. This very well could be somebody playing in as a soulmate. But it very well could be that you have a soulmate coming and you don't even realize it. Somebody's two-faced. They're a cheater. They're living a double life. They're definitely a backstabber. I'm really picking up on it like a Jerry Springer energy. There's a lot of bullshit going on behind the scenes that you don't even realize. Shit's gone south, so to speak. This is why you need to stay grounded. Yeah, so somebody's gambling. Striptease, gamble, Vegas. Somebody's doing some shit that they shouldn't be doing. That's why it's good to be in integrity, because you're not going to do shit like that. But yeah, stay grounded. Choose your peace. Karmic grapefruit. Bitter as fuck. Okay, this is a karmic soulmate. Somebody that came in looking like a soulmate. And that now they're karmic. They're very bitter right now because you let them go. You found out the truth. You ripped their fucking masks off. You're definitely in a good vibe kind of energy. You're in the moment. You're no longer procrastinating. You're not letting this hold you back. I think you're moving on. You've already healed. This is alchemized. This is like... You pretty well completed a cycle. We got the glow up. Yeah, they're totally confused and perplexed as to how you're glowing up, how this new opportunity, new career, successful business. You've just done a lot of self-reflection. You went in and you dug deep and you answered the questions you had. You connected the dots. You realized some talents that you never thought you had before. So you had a bit of an epiphany, a bit of an awakening, a bit of an ascension, a bit of a glow up. And they're all confused as to how this is all happening for you. They're perplexed. And this is why they're bitter. Being a karmic grapefruit. So, yeah. Just ride the wave. Ride the wave. Enjoy it. Make it work for you. Negative Nancy stands corrected. So what's the deal with that? What's Negative Nancy got to say? Possibilities. Somebody stands corrected. They thought they had one particular understanding of you, and they were totally wrong. Okay? Turns out they want you to follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. Yeah, somebody doesn't want to be stuck anymore. They don't want to be at a dead end and frozen. They don't want to be stagnant. They don't want to have... This negative Nancy might have been throwing fucking wrenches in your into your mix, thinking that it was funny, and now they're regretting it. I think with the karma that they're receiving. These could be old exes, dead relationships, people of the past. Somebody had been talking shit behind the scenes, thinking that they had one way of looking at you, and it was totally something different. But they stand corrected. They might try coming back in again. This is like next to somebody being sloppy, so we're looking into that next. Yeah, they showed their true version of themselves. Their masks slipped. You figured it out, and then they just left it at that because they just don't want to talk about it. I'm getting, I'm not the doctor. Alanis Morissette in my head. But you're not the narcissist kind of thing. Kind of swapped them out. Not the narcissist. I don't know. Like somebody was projecting you out to be a narcissist and you weren't. You're not. Because of your glow up. Because of your glow up. You could have dropped the fucking narcissist in your life, and that's what made you glow up. You might have cut cords. They showed their true version of themselves, and you're like, peace. Yeah, they don't want these bridges burned. They might be clawing at your ankles. Trying to get back in. And this is where you're going to have to realize that you really need to stop saying sorry for just being you. Specifically, I'm being brought back to this card again. Because these dumbasses had something to say about you. Thinking that they knew you. Thinking that they had you all figured out. Not actually realizing who the fuck they were talking to. And because you dropped them out and you started glowing up. And, you know, you recognized who the fuck they were. So you cut them out. This person that was projecting onto you, they don't want you to cut ties with them. They don't want you having freedom. They don't want you standing up for yourself. They want you shutting your mouth. They don't want you to awaken. They want you to go back to sleep. I'm also getting with this drunk as a skunk card is that somebody said that they, and even they've even been counting days, okay, of their sobriety, and they've been saying, oh yeah, I'm 200 and some odd days sober. Meanwhile, they're drinking. Because they've reclassified their whole perspective, and they still have a drinking problem, right? They haven't healed fuck all. They're not taking accountability for shit. Okay, so it's not about getting back into drinking and only having maybe one or two and just, fulfilling that little bit of a void, right? Just getting a buzz on and that's it. You're not getting absolutely drunk anymore, right? But you're still getting a buzz on. What is the purpose behind that buzz? Is it to fill a void? Is it to cover? Is it to mask? Is it to whatever else? Because it's not working. You only drink if you're going to celebrate. Because you want to be in a good spirit to obtain and to consume that. Being in a karmic spirit and you're drinking creates problems. Okay? So somebody might be saying, oh, I'm sober, oh, I don't drink, oh, da 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 da, I'm this many, this many years sober, da 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 da, meanwhile they're drinking. And they're still masking. So they've just figured out a way of around the whole thing to work it to where they can drink again. And where they don't have to take accountability for even their own actions. Because I think there's a little bit of guilt in this. And it's not just the drinking. It's the drinking is masking the guilt that they feel for what they've done. So somebody's even lying. Like myself, I've healed my issue with drinking. This is why I speak on it. I don't have to go pick up a bottle of wine tomorrow because I need a bottle of wine. I need a glass of wine. It's not like that. Somebody's got legal problems because they lied. Something about this drunk as a skunk masking their feelings with alcohol. So they could have got drunk and they could have ended up getting legal problems because of what they've done, what they did when they were drunk. Masked and confused, they fake and acted in your face. Pay attention. Yeah, they're salty too. Because I think you see the mask. You see behind the mask. You're not confused. They're confused as to how you see them. And even so, they're still fake and they're still acting in your face. So you really need to pay attention. And somebody's salty about this, the fact that you see them. Somebody's bitter, somebody's angry, somebody's petty at the fact that you see them for who they are. Like, there's no mask there. You've literally ripped it off their face. Stop saying sorry for being you. You are important. Sure, I'll take it. The fact that you're not nurturing yourself, the fact that you're not gentle with yourself, the fact that you're not being the mother you wish you had to yourself. We all have these archetypes available to us. We all have the ability to be our own father. We all have the ability to be our own mother. We all have the ability to be our own sister and brother and lover. We all have these access. We have all this access to these archetypes for the reason of. And when we do not nurture ourselves and show compassion to ourselves, we end up having to apologize to everyone else for how we act. So by showing compassion and empowerment and healing to yourself, you're no longer having to say sorry. Because you know how you arrive, you know what you show up with, you know what you bring to the table. And you know what you're capable of. You're intentional within your integrity. Maintain your peace, keep moving forward. So they don't want you to move forward. They don't want you maintaining your peace. So what are they going to bring to the collective because of this bullshit? What are they trying to do? They're trying to get you to speed up. They're trying to get you to have no time for yourself. And they don't want you to get out in nature. They don't want you to smell the roses. They want you constantly working. But they don't have any protection. This is why they're doing what they're doing. And maybe they're trying to take away your protection regarding Archangel Michael. But I'm really kind of weighing on the fact that they don't have protection like you do. You're coming out of isolation. You're not feeling rejected. You're not feeling left alone. You're not self-inflicted. You're not mental. You're not crazy. You had this isolation to heal, to strengthen yourself, to bring yourself to a beautiful energy, beautiful vibration energetically. Is there anything else here? Divinely VIP, guided, guarded, and protected. Let's give him a shuffle. You're nurturing the divine aspect of who you are, and that's what they don't like. Divinely guided, guarded, and protected. How can I help you? Wishful thinking. Second chances, deja vu. So somebody knows that you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected. And they're hoping for a second chance with you. In order for that protection. Suffering in silence. They're going to be speaking up soon. They got their head in the clouds. Disillusion, hopes, and dreams. They've got some ideas in their head. But these are karmics. So be weary as to who is coming back in from the past. You'll notice, yeah, somebody's shattered. Somebody's having nightmares. Somebody's having major failures. Somebody's feeling rather broken. If this person comes in feeling broken, there's probably reasons for it. They probably received some major karma. This is about you learning on how to choose yourself, really, despite the situation. Because there's going to be some time where you're going to have to choose yourself. And you're going to have some major decisions to weigh before you figure shit out. Yeah, because somehow, some way, somewhere along the line, there's a psychopath involved. Somebody's an absolute fucking psychopath. Very abusive, very conniving, very unpredictable. And this is a karmic soulmate. And they're toxic as fuck. They could be a karmic Sag or a karmic Aquarius. Alright, so you're moving into your divine energy, so I don't see this actually. I think this is a karmic soulmate kind of situation that's being null and void, is what I'm being told. Because you've grown out of the vibration and the frequency of this. You've done the work, collective. That's the whole point. You've let go of a very, very karmic individual, a couple of them. Yeah, you're not stressed out. No more worry or migraines. So I think this is a good thing. This is a confirmation as to what I'm picking up energetically. We're going to jump into the tarot soon with these cards too as well, and I'm going to reveal some other ones here that were in the top of the deck that I didn't have any space for. So we're going to look at those too. Is there anything else from the vibe that we need for this overall energy? Yeah, you're no longer drowning. You're not in over your head. You're not overextended. You're not hitting rock bottom. The divine won't let it happen. Okay? The divine ain't gonna let it happen. You're on your way up, not the way down. The divine's got you. And I think this continues on from shenanigans. This way comes. That card is coming up into my head again. There's definitely some sort of toxic energy in the mix. Longing, missing you, let's talk, reunion. Somebody wants a reunion, but I don't think you want a reunion with this person. Like, it's one thing to be friends with someone, but to, like, go to that extent. And somebody's trying to rush you into this reunion. But they want... Oh, yeah, okay. They want you confused. Or they very well could be getting visits from Archangel Michael saying, no, you shall not pass. No, you will not go there. Like, they might be getting in their car to come see you, right? And they're not gonna, like, message you and say, yo, I'm on my way to come visit you. They're just gonna show up. And so they go out to their car to go get in their car, and their car won't start. Stupid shit like that. But if they want to later on go to the store somewhere, they go and try their car again, and it starts up just fine. And I'm even seeing a picture of somebody stopping off at the gas station to gas up, thinking that they're going to trick Archangel Michael. And they're just going to gas up and go back home. And they go to try to get out onto the... Once they get this idea to get out on the highway, their car stalls out. So there's definitely something coming on, and they're absolutely confused as to the protection that you have. How is this actually happening? How is the fact that me coming up against this starseed, whoever this is, okay, how is it that I'm coming up against this person and they're literally protected? Like, it's evident in their reality that you are definitely protected. They have no... They're confused as to how and perplexed as to how, but they are, in essence of... They are being... It's being revealed to them of your protection. That there's been divine intervention regarding you and regarding their plans to be fucking stupid against you. It's being evident. It's evident. And I think I'm getting also that other people are witnessing this too as well. Like, they're not the only ones seeing this. People talking shit, they get shit on. People trying to burn you, they get burned. Why? Because they're fucking toxic. And Spirit said no more. That's what happens when you pray to the angels. They usually show the fuck up, providing that you are in good intention. And it depends on the lightness of your heart, or even the heaviness of your heart to some degree, that will determine what the whole situation is. So they thought that they were going to hit they thought that they weren't going to hit a brick wall coming for you, but they did. But I'm really getting a position here where the divine stepped in. The amount of people that were particularly involved with this, okay. All right, collective. Welcome in, Radiant. Welcome in, beautiful soul. I'm going to go ahead and I picked a card out of the Spirit said that we needed to change the energy. So I'm going to change the energy. And I did the Lightworker's Oracle. So I got one out here. I'm just going to get the page set up here so I can read it better. And I picked out the number 31, Alchemical Mutation. Alchemical Mutation. Your spiritual growth is changing your mind, body, and soul. It is very real. It is helping you fulfill all aspects of your divine destiny. It is awakening spiritual talents and attracting in new energies. This process will bring tremendous joy and satisfaction. The body changes as light enters. Alchemy is catalyzed and transformed, and transformation happens. Sometimes the appearance of the body changes. There will be changes in how the body feels, responds, acts, creates. Radiance increases. Lightness of being increases. If you have a clairvoyant vision, you will see the increase in light as though the person is actually lit up from within. They are. Spiritual abilities become grounded in the body, and the person can channel healing energy just as naturally as they would set the dinner table. The spirit becomes a living reality in the body, and the material world is experienced as an extension of the divine light. This alchemy is an empowering gift of love. Symptoms of this process can at times be challenging. They may include headaches and other aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, and inexplicable and nearly overwhelming fatigue that lasts for days, and then suddenly vanishes, along with a surge of new energy. We may also experience pinging in the ears, increased sensitivity to light or sound, hormonal imbalance and hot flushes, excessive sexual energy, mental obsession or mood swings, aggression and unintentionally harsh reactions to people. If you have been experiencing any of the above and wondered if these are or other unusual symptoms could be a direct result of increased spiritual energy affecting the body, then the answer is that is very likely. You are encouraged to source whatever professional health support that you need to take care of your body. Also, consider using the following simple practices and ease away the side effects of divine alchemy taking place in you. These simple practices including getting regular rest. Additional sleep is a powerful way for the body and mind to heal and repair, integrate and reorganize. Allow time for physical exercise, which can help release excess energy, especially if you tend to feel mentally congested. Take some uh, Take some time away from meditation and spiritual studies or discussions and energy work. Instead, simply just be in nature or rest. If you work with colors, then take a break for a short time and only work with very soft, subdued, white, or colorless light. If you have a tendency to push yourself with spiritual work, learning to take time off on a regular occasion will help you recover more quickly and suffer less. Finally, working with cooling energy, not cold, but refreshing as a way to discharge excess heat can be extremely beneficial to the body and mind. You can do this by sitting in a shaded area or in a room that feels cool and relaxing, or even by cooling your hands before an air conditioner or fan and then using your fingertips to transfer cool and healing energy by lightly touching your chest or back of the neck, back of your head, ears, or forehead. So here's an invocation. I call upon the beings of love that love me unconditionally and ask for divine grace, protection, information, assistance, intervention, and healing in all ways now. As I change alchemically, may my body and my mind be supported and recover with divine assistance. I celebrate the alchemy that the light creates, and with the kindness I allow for it to unfold in my body, mind, and soul. According to the guiding hand of divine love, may all those on the path of love and light be assisted to walk their path with much joy and as little suffering as possible. Through our own free will and divine grace, so be it. So that is for my collective that this message is residing for, the ones that are dealing with the karmics. I'm going to go ahead and look into the tarot now. Alright, so tell me about this karmic Sag. What's going on with this karmic Sag? People pleaser, overgiver. The Star. That's a little weird, but anyway. So what? This could be a dark seed? Dark star seed? I don't really talk about them. Four of Pentacles. So keep the hope, keep shining, and just hold your cards to your chest. Keep to yourself at this time. You're the wrong one to mess with, collective. The Wheel of Fortune is not going in their favor. And again, the Temperance. So, and this is in the reverse. So what this is something is not working in their favor. Somebody wants you to be a people pleaser. They want you to overgive to them, but you're not. You're not. Like you're not giving to them. You're just kind of being in the moment. Now, if this is a starseed that's karmic and they're wanting you to chase them, why? Karmic Sages, they don't want commitment. Most Sagittarians don't like commitment. And I'm not saying all of them don't. I'm not going to paint them all with the same brush. But they got to be... Because when they're in their divine energy, they're usually a definite 10, right? The Sages, they tend to be a beautiful human being, right? And living the single life keeps their options open, okay? When they're in their divine energy. But when they're in their karmic energy, they tend to self-sabotage and they tend to create a lot of havoc for themselves through the chaos and the drama that they create. So if this is something about something's not working out in their favor, about ending a starseed, putting somebody's light out, depleting somebody of their power. The thing is like I'm getting this whole idea of this dumbass destiny swap bullshit. If you're not divinely integrated within that bloodline, you're not getting fuck all. Okay? So these dumbasses out here thinking that they're gonna steal your destiny, steal this, steal that, they're a fucking bunch of idiots. A pompous idiots for even thinking it. The audacity that they think they have, the power that they feel they have. They're in for a rude ass awakening. I tell you that right now. Alright? I'm gonna just say that much. And that's not even me. I'm just the messenger. Don't fucking hate the messenger. I know a little thing about divine intervention and divine vengeance, and you don't want to mess with that shit. You just go with the flow with the divine. The divine's got your best interest at heart. Trust me. They're not out here to betray you. They're out here giving you life, giving you something to live for. Then we have these dumbass karmics out here causing problems. For what? Because they don't get what they want. It's their party and they want to cry if they want to. Eight of Wands. There's definitely some new offers coming into you. Coming in for you. At you. They might smack you upside the head. I don't know. But all I'm saying is there's many different options, different things coming at you in a sense of opportunities, I think. They're coming in quick. Things are working out in your favor, collective. despite these karmics. Alright? Thank you, Deuce. Yeah, you need to continue being beautiful. Stay beautiful. Don't change yourself for other people's dumbass bullshit. Don't allow them to try to change you, try to make you bitter, try to get you act out of character, all this bull. No. Continue being classy. Continue being your beautiful self. You got the Midas touch. You got some gifts. You got some talents. And you have every right to display them how you wish. Somebody being sloppy, you're making them look bad. Part of your fucking job, collective. You set the fucking standard. 9 of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's not getting their wish fulfillment. Okay? Somebody wants you paranoid and you're not paranoid. They're not getting their wish fulfillment. They're not getting what they want. Thank you, Andrea. You're standing in your power. You've got some sort of leadership position you're stepping into. You're not messing around anymore. You're rising up, and they're masked and confused. They're faking in your face. Pay attention. And they're watching you rise up. This is why they're bitter. You're learning lessons. They can't seem to figure out. They're masked and confused, trying to act like you, and it's not working. It's not working. It's like there's nobody home upstairs, and they're just trying to emulate you. Okay. Can I get a vibe check on this whole reading? A karmic chicken reading. You're receiving happiness, collective. Alright? There's peace, tranquility. Yeah, peace. Message of peace. Somebody in the has crossed over and they're not peaceful. Somebody's pissed at the fact that their plan didn't work and they fucked up. They might have lost their life because of it. Somebody might have passed away. And it's either that or somebody's pissed on the other side. They're livid right now at the fact the way that things are happening. And they're on your side. Is the feeling I feel. They're on your side. There's been a huge injustice done. And I'm really picking up on an inheritance. And this is kind of hitting home for me. Somebody's not happy. They're spinning in their fucking grave for the way people have treated you. And they're in fear. They want you to be in fear. Not these people that crossed over. I'm talking the karmics. They want you to be in fear. And this is clarifying, maintain your peace, keep moving forward. They don't want you moving forward. They want you in fear. They want you in constant fear. They don't want you having happiness. But guess what? You're having it anyway. They're fucking delusional. Decrepit. Okay? These individuals that want this for you, they're delusional. Nobody home upstairs. There's nothing left. Soon. They're gonna act in your face soon. So pay attention. Okay? They're gonna try to sugarcoat shit. Okay? They're acting like a silver spooner. Like the shit don't stink. And you're not going to engage in the reactive abuse that they're bringing. Okay, so you're going to see this ahead of time, that they're going to try to get you to react. You've been living rent-free in their fucking head. Okay? And they've literally gone psycho. Right? You've been hidden in plain sight. The divine has been hiding you in plain sight. But yet, here you are, you're just still bright as ever. So, continue shining, you're protected. Okay, you're stepping into this leader position whether or not they want you to or not. And the thing is that this is going to be happening behind closed doors. Okay? You're going to hold your cards close to your chest. Welcome in, Dorothy and Maureen. Somebody is very bitter at the fact that you are successful, and they're trying to shit all over your success, but they're too much of a coward to just go get their own. Alright? You've burnt bridges with these particular people because they're closed-minded muggles. Alright? And the thing is these particular people, whoever that resonated with, they don't believe you deserve to be in the position that you are. It's kind of stupid, really, because to think that they actually have an opinion, and their opinion trumps your life, like you're supposed to live by their declaration, like, eat it. Right? This is somebody you could have loved. Alright? This is somebody that you could have maybe poured your heart into, but you end up regretting it. And it was clearly not who you thought it was going to be. It was no one like the person that he projected to be, or she. And you poured a lot of love and compassion into this, and you got nothing out of it, and this is why you regret. This is why there's a regret. It's either that or you got breadcrumbed, one of the two. They gave with stipulations and expectations. Is there anything else, Spirit, that we need to know about? Thank you. Yeah, you don't need to look at this any differently than what it is. Spirit's got you tapped in, collective. Okay, you don't need to take another look at this, another approach, or whatever else that they're wanting you to do. You stand on business. You're guided by the divine. They're trying to get you to question the divine. Not fucking happening. Okay? Not fucking happening. I have a feeling that you're calling them on their shit. And they don't like it. And they don't want to come out and say it. But this is why they're trying to shut you down. Because you're speaking truth. You're ruining their whole plan. But this is not a you problem because you're guided by the divine. And it's not like you're naming anyone. You're not naming anyone, you're talking about energy. The people that know who they are, then yeah, you know what? Maybe they are who they are. Maybe they are who you talk about. But maybe they should reflect on their actions and maybe they should grow from that. Maybe they should become a better version of themselves. Maybe they should heal certain traumas in their life so that way they don't wreak havoc on other people anymore. Maybe that's the reason why I'm here. Maybe that's the reason why I talk so much on karmic energy. So that way we can all reflect on seeing how sadistic and dirty these people actually are. And it gives them just enough shame to sit there with themselves, within the situations, and maybe reflect long enough to maybe do better. That's the whole purpose, I think, with this. That's the only thing that really makes sense to me as to why this message continues to keep coming out and why I'm drawn to release this information. Making a little bit of a ripple at a time. Trying to heal the world at the same time, apparently I'm being called a homewrecker. And all I'm trying to do is get people to question their relationships and strengthen the ones that matter. That's what it means. It's to show up to the table with what you have to offer and to accent another person's existence. But do it with good intentions. Don't do it to manipulate them. Show a little compassion. Why are you the wrong one to mess with, Spirit? Why is my collective the wrong one to mess with? Because they walk with angels. And for a lot of you, you are magic. The divine is just waiting for you to step into it. Somebody's trying to uninspire you. To keep you uninspired. Throwing you evil eye, ill will, stagnance. Because they're bitter with themselves. It's really sad, this individual. Extremely sad. As far as our gifts, what can we focus on, Spirit? We can focus on our strategies with communication, as well as letting go of those connections that no longer serve you. Letting go of third parties. Letting go of this energy that's trying to get in and siphon and meddle. Just let it all go. Let these connections go. No longer entertain them. Knight of Cups in the reverse. It's not something to have any type of compassion towards at this point. A lot of these people want to have their cake and eat it too. A lot of these people are very dishonest. So work on how you speak to people, on how you pardon me. Um, or what you speak of, because some people just don't. Some of them don't care. Yeah, just focus on the stability. Focus on recognizing and standing in stability. And guard your heart. Yeah, somebody's trying to ruin your stability. They're trying to ruin your foundation. They're trying to ruin the foundation on what your commitments are built on. Like, somebody is, like, real fucking dark. Okay? Very dark and sadistic. They're very methodical, but you're moving forward. And this is why there's the darker... The more you move forward, the darker this motherfucker gets. Because the more they hate the fact that you're moving forward, that you've left them behind. Okay? And at this point, they're being only shown by illusion. The divine is only showing them by illusion that they have some sort of power. But they're soon to meet. They're soon to meet their demise. We got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, because you're a fucking warrior. This is why you're not the one to fuck with. You're a warrior. And people play in your face all the time, thinking that they can get one over on you. Not realizing who the fuck you really are. Yeah, they want you acting out of character. They don't want you taking this leadership position. They don't want you being confident. They don't want you shining. They don't want you having intention or good intention. They're trying to make you look like you're a fucking idiot. They're trying to make you look like you're not who you say you are. But you're moving forward anyway because they're fucking dumbasses. Like, some of these people, you got nothing left to say to these people. You got literally nothing left to say to these people. Like, some of these people are fucking disgusting. They revolting. Like, the audacity and entitlement, too. You have to remember, these are silver spooners. They've been fed from a fucking silver spoon their whole life. Probably off of your money. Nab of Pentacles and Two of Wands. Yeah. It's almost kind of giving me a feeling like somebody's going to come in to give you a breadcrumb offer for for you to move on and stop talking truth. Stop doing what you're doing. Just go in a different direction. They're going to come in with a dumbass offer, thinking that you're going to take it. But again, Spirit's saying something about the lines that they want you to act out of character when they bring this in, so that way they can use it against you. This could be a Queen of Cups in reverse. So it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces individual that's going to come in all emotionally manipulative, trying to fill your cup, trying to show some sort of compassion. But it's something to do with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's an energy of stinginess. Okay, extreme stingy. And it's all because you're leveling up and they're facing the injustice. And you chose against this whole situation. You walked away from it. Yeah, you walked away with the eight of Cups. And you're walking towards a new legacy that they have no connection to. They thought they were going to be all high and mighty, and they were gonna be the one to dish out your Ten of Pentacles. They thought that they were gonna take your inheritance and dish it out the way they wanted to dish it out, which basically they ate it all, and they're literally gonna give you little crumbs of it, right? And so you go off in a new direction to go get your own damn Ten of Pentacles and leave them the fuck out. And yeah, now they want to cause conflict, and they want to create conflict with you because of it. Right? Because you're standing on your truth. You're speaking your truth. You're speaking for justice. And you're exposing their bullshit. And their codependency on your energy. And, you know, they want you to feel codependent and defeated. And you're exposing all of this. They didn't want you to feel restful. They didn't want you to be at rest. They wanted to be constantly in anxiety, constantly snapped out. They betrayed you. They outright betrayed you, showing no compassion, and any compassion that they showed was manipulative. It was all manipulation. So that way you wouldn't move forward. You wouldn't step up into something bigger, something brighter. You wouldn't step into your full potential. You were always unstable. You were always codependent. Always having to be strategic and move around and always juggling shit to the point where you'd hang yourself and sacrifice your peace for everybody else's comfort, to be everybody else's entertainment. And then you decided to put your foot fucking down and stick up for yourself and heal. And that through their whole idea of putting you 6 feet under. They literally have no hope now. Because you remembered who you are. And they made a deal with the devil. They planted a lot of seeds for this. And this was meant to trap you. But the truth came forward and opened your eyes. And you very much utilized your intuition and come forward and move forward. And you knew you deserved better. You knew where the lies were. People were misjudging you. Multiple different people. Seen your potential. Seen the blessings. And they got on this bandwagon to take it apart. To ruin your forward movement. To take away your destiny. But you stayed committed. And you had a rebirth. And that created a huge tower for them. Because you made some major decisions. And you balanced what your priorities were within your emotions. And you move forward with solid steps. And the whole thing is they wanted you to react and act out of character, but you found strength. They wanted you to be trapped and incarcerated, and you found freedom. They wanted you to be bitter, and they wanted you to be moving forward with that bitterness. And you just had option after option after option. And they tried to ruin that wish fulfillment and get you off of your soapbox and ruin absolutely everything that you were creating. But you're a high priest, high priestess. You stayed to tap the fuck in and you ended these cycles. And now you're moving towards your manifestation and wish fulfillment. You're starting to celebrate your harvest. You're reconciling with the aftermath. Recognizing the gifts that you have, the elements that you have, the manifestations you have, and everything is starting to step into alignment for you as you start moving forward and taking action, focusing on yourself, rebuilding the foundation on what your self-worth means to you, cutting out the saboteurs. And they're all in their fields now because you cut them off. The fact that you left them in the dark. The fact that they see, all they're thinking about is the past and how they lied. And all they can do now is watch. You went into a hermit mode and focused on your beauty, focused on the love, focused on your passions. And you walked away from this bullshit after it was all revealed to you. They wanted you self-sabotaging and you removed yourself. They wanted you missing out. But instead the wheel of fortune is flowing in your favor. They wanted you giving up all your secrets in order to destroy your foundation. But you guarded your heart. And because you guarded your heart, you moved forward. You learned how to be bitter to save your life. Because by nature, you're not bitter. You had to be bitter to save your life. Only a few of you are going to know what I'm talking about. Some of you are bitter on purpose. Some of the karmics, they're very stingy on purpose. And because you're rising up, these stingy bitches see you filling your own damn cup, not requiring their nasty ass energy in order to validate yourself. Which is creating the fact that they're bitter about it. They're bitter at the fact that you're moving on. They see you moving on. They feel you moving on. And they can't balance shit without you. They're overwhelmed. You're steadfast with your perspective. You're staying focused. You've had to make some major sacrifices to stay true to you, collective. To not allow other people to come in and gaslight you. And you're headed towards your wish fulfillment. Celebrations, reconciliation, beautiful manifestations. That's what you're headed towards. I didn't stutter. You want me to say it again? Reconciliation with the people that actually matter. Three of Cups. Celebration. Meeting some sort of tribe. Finding a manifestation. Having your manifestations. Recognizing who the fuck you are. Utilizing that energy and that magic within you. And moving towards wish fulfillment. 10 of Cups. These motherfuckers thought that they had it made. That you were never going to find out. It was the perfect plan. They'd get away with it no problem. Just keep him low. Keep him disfranchised. Keep him constantly suffering. And he'll just off himself eventually. Then our hands are clean. And then we don't have to worry about him coming back and saying anything about it. The only thing that we'll give him is a plot to be buried at. We'll pay for his plot. But we'll let him sit there and suffer. So let's get ready for their death. Let's get ready for when they off themselves. And all the while, they're spending your inheritance, spending it on people to try to bring you chaos. They're paying people to bring you chaos. And they think you don't know about it. Is it really that good of an investment? You embezzle an inheritance into somebody's demise instead of actually giving it to them? How sadistic do you have to be? How asinine do you actually have to be as a person, as an individual? Walking around like you think you know a thing or two. Walking around like you think that you can pull this kind of shit. They want you overthinking. So that way you don't ever do anything about it. The thing that they don't understand, collective, is that the divine sees absolutely everything. And it's not the judicial system that you have to really worry about. It's the divine spiritual law, the spiritual courts that you have to worry about. Because I'll tell you right now, they're a hell of a lot scarier. Divine intervention and divine vengeance is real. And they should be scared. They should be petrified. Because all this time they wanted you to be bitter, dead in a ditch. And here you still continue to move forward with compassion, with love, and understanding. They thought you were a pushover, when you're actually the boss. 'Cause sevenfold blessings, sevenfold abundance, sevenfold prosperity. It's all on its way. Everything they took from you is coming back to you sevenfold. What do we need to know about this reading? Is there anything else that we need to know about this reading? Hitting a brick wall coming from you in reverse, 7 of Cups. Somebody is overwhelmed for coming for you. Somebody didn't understand. I really get a feeling somebody was lied to. Somebody's petrified at what's coming for them because of their dealings with you, bringing you chaos. I'm really kind of feeling like there's guilt here. This person actually liked you. They thought it was funny. They didn't want to do anything harmful, but they just wanted to create chaos, play jokes on you. Because that's what it was educated to them at first. It was just, oh, let's play a joke on him. Let's play a joke on him. Him, her, whoever. And the jokes gradually got a little bit more disgusting, vulgar. It played on their conscience. Then they became silent because then they become to realize that this person didn't have your best interest at heart. They were actually very evil, very sadistic. Somebody didn't realize what they were getting themselves into, and I think this might have been somebody that's passed on. This is very well could be the divine vengeance, the divine intervention. Somebody's coming through. Somebody could have passed on, coming for you. And now they're overwhelmed on the other side because they were lied to. They thought it was only just a little joke, and it was a lot more than that. Something, Spirit saying you don't even know that they passed yet. Spirit saying you're not going to find out that they passed either. The amount of people that have come for you, the amount of people that have changed their tune, the amount of people that have applied the lie to their story to come at you, that are meeting their demise. It's being left in the dark. That information is being left in the dark because ultimately you do not want to know. And it was all based on lies to manipulate you. The karmic retribution these people are having to deal with because of what they've done. They've colluded with other people on lies to come at you. The karmic retribution for that is hundredfold. You're not just getting threefold. You're not just getting tenfold. You're getting like hundredfold. I'm being told fade off in the distance. They're going to just fade off into the distance. You're not even going to hear from them. You're not going to hear anything of them because you're no longer associating with people that are connected to them. For some of you, you never were associated with anyone connected to them. For some of these people, there's not even going to be an obituary. It gives a whole new meaning to they're just going to fade off into the abyss. Like the recollection of them passing away or their registration of their death isn't even going to even be instigated. That's how insignificant these people are. Collective, the one that I'm speaking to right now, the people that are, not just the one, there's many people, but the people that I'm speaking to right now, you've made an impact already. You've already made an impact. You've always have made an impact. And people see that impact and they don't like that impact because you outshine them just by breathing. And it's sad. It's sad that they look at it that way. It's sad that they don't get inspired. It's sad that they can't even fathom for a second that they could be in their own authenticity and be good with that. Congrats, Riley. Hopefully you didn't walk into a trap. Or vice versa. Are you sure you're not on acid, Andrea? Or shrooms or LSD? I'm just kidding. No, that very well could be the divine working in your life. You do feel that. You do feel the lightness. You do feel the relief. You do feel that release. That whole bit. It's definitely a thing. It is definitely a thing. Collective, you are divinely guided, guarded, and protected. Don't allow these sloppy motherfuckers, okay, to get you to try to meet them at their level. Alright? Divine redirection is your divine protection. Always understand that. These people are not meant for you. They will not be in your reality. And you need to trust that. Don't try to make things happen. Just go with the flow. And stop apologizing for shining. Tell the motherfuckers to put on their damn sunglasses if they can't handle the brightness of your shine. Okay? You've spent one half of your life always minimizing yourself for other people. And that's not happening anymore. And you need to start riding with that energy. That you're no longer there in that energy where you're diminishing yourself for other people's comfort. Okay? You've done the work, collective. You've done the work. And people are bitter as fuck about the fact that you're staying grounded and you're choosing your peace. Somebody's trying to put your fucking light out, but these people are in for an extreme rude awakening, collective. I'm telling you that right now. Because the ancestors aren't even having it. It's not even just you, the divine, your manifestation abilities, whatever, your friends, your tribe, whatever. It's the ancestors that are pissed off. The people that I'm talking to that have done the work, you give reverence to your ancestors. And they ride with you. I don't deal with Bitcoin. If it's tied with Bitcoin, I didn't miss out on a damn thing. Because I don't deal with Bitcoin. I consider all of this digital bullshit play money. Because that's its value. It's digital play money. No matter how much value it had prior to its transfer, it's play money. And the reason why I say that is because in a particular outfit or moment where there is no power to access this money, it's useless. It's absolutely useless. It's only as useful as the value it's been given. People get burned, people get scammed. And it's because they've put it in a digital form that people are getting scammed. Like, people can't have anything nice. Seems to be. With the current status quo. It's unfortunate. Thank you all for joining me tonight. That's what I thought. Somebody can't walk away from you, Spirit. Somebody can't walk away from you. They're set in their ways. They are researching a way to come forward, but it's a big fat no. There's no commitment here. You are their wish fulfillment collective, but the whole thing is that they can't commit to you anyway. So what the hell is the point? You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini. Or you could be one of those signs. Yeah, somebody wants you to drop your boundaries. Somebody's feeling defeated. Somebody's no longer trapped. The Sun. Somebody's been left in the dark. The Taurus was left in the dark. So this Gemini lied to the Taurus is what happened. About some sort of wish fulfillment. They tried to heal something with the Taurus. And then the Taurus got some sort of an awakening. Hopefully they didn't off themselves. Something that you don't see coming. Somebody's trapped. Okay, what about it? They didn't see the entrapment. Oh, okay. They were resting. They were dealing with their own thing. They didn't see the entrapment with you that they did with you. But you dropped this negativity out, I think. You tapped out of this whole situation. Yeah, you nurtured your stability instead. You had to make some major decisions about not reacting, not being reactive. You had to hold your P's and Q's. You had to hold your composure. And I get a feeling because you were nurturing yourself, Somebody was trying to get you to act out of character and it wasn't working. It was a really lame attempt because you're pouring into yourself, you're loving on yourself, despite the lies and deceptions. And you found wish fulfillment, even so they didn't want you moving forward. And that brought a whole bunch of conflict that they didn't anticipate, is what I'm being told. Because you're just beautiful. You're beautiful from the inside out. And they tried to bring you conflict because of it. They envied you. They envied you. And you found your own self-worth. You found your own footing. You found your own stability. And they didn't like that. You took out the fucking trash collective. And they tried to remove your hope. They removed the whole idea of you shining. That's what they tried to do. They tried to defeat you. And now they feel left out in the cold, I think. It's the feeling I get. They feel defeated. They have no hope. Even after all the conflict. And here they are. They're still trying to bring you to a rest. Make you numb. But you still continue to give back. You're just not giving to them. Yeah. Information is coming through to basically state that they brought you a dumbass offer. Okay? The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, they're coming in with an offer. Okay? But, it wasn't green on the other side. It wasn't as green on the other side as they thought it was going to be. And they fucked up royally. They fucked up royally. You're going to find out all about it. Somebody's going to come forward and talk to you about it. Somebody's feeling rather defeated. Somebody feels like they made a huge mistake. Yeah, defeated. You're a fucking mass magician. You alchemize, you transmute. You don't fuck around. Tony, you're an asshat. I'm clearly triggering the fuck out of you. Noah, you owe me $100. And anyone that says that or asks me that question owes me $100. Like, it's almost absolutely almost every live that somebody comes in here and says that shit. Like, wow. Tower. Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Shit's about to get good for you, collective. Major changes, you just need to follow your intuition. Major changes are coming through. But these are good changes. Might look like it's very chaotic. You might think I'm absolutely delusional. You're like, what the fuck, Aiden? You don't even know what the hell. Like, there's nothing but chaos. How do you expect good things to start happening? Well, miracles tend to happen in the most chaotic times. Always remember that. The moment you step into your fullest potential, the better it is for you and the people around you. If we do this on a collective, we change the fucking world. Each individually and collectively. Some people have forgotten that. Some people are distracted into wreaking havoc and chaos. These people need to be redirected. I'm feeling great, Lilith. Why is it that everybody wants to come into the chat and ask if I'm gay just because I have long hair? You're nothing but a bunch of judgmental fucks, and you should be humbled. If you're scrolling on in to my chat and you're not listening to the actual message, then you're missing it. You're missing every bit of it. Okay? You're missing it all. You're missing the whole picture. You're part of the fucking problem. Okay? You're looking like a pompous asshole, Jordan. Who gives a fuck what you look like? Aw, some guy. You're probably a fucking buzz cut. You're probably jealous. That's the funny part. All these dumbass motherfuckers coming in, bitching about the shit that they're insecure about themselves. Projecting all their bullshit onto you like their opinion matters. This is what I mean, collective. It's what I mean. When you rip their fucking mask off and they got nothing to say after that. Yeah. — 50-50. That's hilarious. Hey there, Anthony. Check out the description box. There's a Karmic chicken exclusive tonight with triple threat confirmations. Thank you, Robert. To my tribe, I love you, you know. You know I get sassy in the chat every once in a while. It's part of the job. Sometimes you gotta put some people in their place. Some of them have no idea who they're even speaking to. It's kind of funny. Kind of humorous. Hello, Teresa. Purnima, thank you so much for that clarification and that confirmation. I could care less about the skeptics, to be honest. But some of them, they get a little bit too big for their britches. Alright, throw your hearts in the chat. I'm only going to pick a couple. That's pretty cool, Deuce. Hopefully you got some beautiful pictures. I like how you guys are putting the purple hearts. And the blue ones, those are nice. What's going on with Harris? Dare to be different. T. Harris, there's a new perspective coming in. You need to kind of ride with it for a little bit. Entertain it a little bit. Okay? You're very steadfast, you're very stubborn, but you need to open your mind just a little bit. Okay? There's a message coming through that you're not going to be gaslit. You'll know the difference. You'll know if you're being gaslit. But Spirit wants you to be a little more open-minded. There is a bit of an awakening happening with you. So just roll with it. Godzilla. Been a while. Yeah. You've been trapped in your head for quite a while. You're getting released. There's some shit, there's some evil shit gonna be revealed to you, Harris. Um, and you're gonna have the choice to back away and just take off and get out of it. And you should take your leave. It will be evident. You won't have to question it. You're gonna have to make a decision. That's a confirmation right there. You might not have all the facts, but the facts that you have already within your standards and within the way you want to hold yourself will tell you your answer. Okay? Live up to your own fucking standards. Don't allow people to diminish you. Diminish your standards in order for them to feel comfortable. Yeah. Somebody's gonna breadcrumb you. Don't take this offer. They're gonna hold you back. I hope that helped. To the people that are paying attention, put your hearts in the chat again. Cynthia, what's going on with Cynthia? Cynthia's leveling the fuck up. The Eight of Wands on its side. You don't know what direction to go in. That's okay. Don't get all bent out of shape. Don't fucking act out of character. It's going to be shown to you. Somebody's manipulating you. Somebody's trying to get you to think about the past. You're walking away from this shit. Stop looking back. Don't worry about what's clawing at your ankles. Just keep walking forward. Four of Wands. Noah, you want to give me $100? What's going on with that? What is that $100 for? Have I changed your life in some sort of way? If it's a $100 donation, you can throw it to my PayPal. If you want to throw me $100 just to scam it back, then I don't want it. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, Noah, I give you a reading. What does Noah need to know about right now? You misjudged somebody and you're trying to heal something now. You need to pour into your heart. It's been shattered. You've been betrayed. You've been depleted. You're burnt the fuck out, Noah. You're bitter as fuck. And really, dude, you have every right to be. But you have the chance to end this cycle. You can bring yourself to open up your heart again and heal this. To empower yourself, to rise above it. Because you deserve it. Something to do with your car, something to do with your movement forward. The only way you're going to move forward is to end this cycle. Whatever. Somebody broke your heart. You need to really focus on your self-worth, collaborating with others, working with the people in your family even, being a team player rather than a villain. This very well could be speaking on your future. So it's about you stepping into your authentic self, what that means to you. Get inspired. What do you want to be when you grow up? Make sure you take time to rest. Spirit's saying don't work too hard. Okay, Kate, slow down. Some of the trolls are harmless. Oh, look at Noah. Somebody thought they were beating you to the punch. Isn't that funny? Did you see that? Wow. You clearly don't feel any better. You clearly don't feel any better. Anyway, collective, I think that's it for now. I'm out. Gonna go find something to eat. I could move this jazz to the kitchen, but I don't really want to. You're a piece of shit, Eero. Get the fuck out of my chat. I didn't sell you, fuck all. I don't sell shit. Yes. Lots of prayers and healing for little B to my tribe. Please keep her in your heart and your mind and your thoughts. Tribe strong. Sweet dreams, everybody. And I'm probably going to catch you Monday night. Alright, we're going to take this weekend off. I might open up availability if you guys start ordering in readings for this coming next week. I might open up availability if it gets filled for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I want those appointments and those times filled up so that way I can open up those other spots. I'm trying to pace myself. So that's why I've done that. So if you guys book an appointment with me next week, yeah. Check out the Hipsy link if you want a personal reading. It's available. We are open. I'd sooner be booked up with personal readings and working than waiting for these lives. So if you want a personal reading, there's a bunch of different opportunities there at Hipsy that you can get a personal reading from me or others. There's other readers there that if you'd like to tap in, sign up, check it out. It's a great little website. And if you are a creator and you want another avenue to help with your readings, it's something to look into. You'll find all the links to support my channel and myself in the description box below. Any support is greatly appreciated, even if it is a like or a share or a subscribe or adding yourself to the members. It's all greatly appreciated. If you cannot be good at it, at least be good to yourself so that way you can be good to others. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good night.